So now another two parts of the movie. One is regarding his security clearance hearing of Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
That happened in 1954 after the war era.
Correct, after the war.
So here basically a lot of it's basically seen that people are trying to frame him, people are trying to expose his communist links, although at the end he's given a clean chit that he's a loyal citizen, but his security clearance
Was not done.
not done.
Yeah.
So that is why his US government connections are closed, ended, and his and as part of that they did falsely accuse him that his communist, that he could be a communist and all. The public perception was maligned. That is why that is how they use that to reduce his influence.
Correct.
And further the arms race. He is saying don't use atomic
Bomb or
bombs,
explosions.
but they don't want his influence to be there. So
Okay.
that is one thing. And second thing is it's also showed how Strauss is personally he's a vindictive guy. He is like, oh, what did he tell Einstein? Why didn't Einstein talk to me?
Yeah.
Why did he publicly rebuke me? So it's like I thought it's like a little bit melodramatic. So Strauss is trying to beat him down and plot against him, scheme against him, because they disagree with each other.
Yeah.
And again, another part of the movie is Strauss's Senate hearing, where he is supposed to become the Commerce Secretary, and for that they have the Senate hearing. And in that, it is at the end, there is a twist. At the end, they find out, they expose Strauss that okay, he brought down Oppenheimer.
Correct.
That is why they do not give him the post.
At the end, that link why Einstein didn't talk to him, it was explained, right? Because that just before a minute they discussed about this chain reaction and all this. So Einstein was distracted by that, but he thought like Oppenheimer said
He
something
just
like
gives
that.
a lot of importance to himself.
Correct.
But that end scene is also very classic. Basically, the discussion between Einstein and Oppenheimer. So they in the middle of the project, they were discussing whether that chain reaction would end or not. So now they are, after everything, when both of them discuss, they are talking about how that chain has started. It may not end. So they are not talking about that nuclear reaction. They are talking about one country after another country acquiring nuclear weapons, and weapons of mass destruction, and destroying each other. And there is a very good dialogue of Niels Bohr. So towards the end, he says, "You are the man who gave them the power to destroy themselves. The world is not prepared." So that is one. And the second is another dialogue I liked is, "The bigger the star, the greater its demise." So it talks actually about a star. If a star is big, when it dies or it dies, it's a bigger event. Similarly, this guy Oppenheimer is a bigger star, and his fall is also bigger.
Correct.
So that is how they draw a parallel between that. So I really liked how Christopher Nolan has drawn parallels with Oppenheimer's story versus actual physics, or what we see in Bhagavad Gita.
Correct.
Or the spirituality. What we see there, he has drawn those parallels. I like that part. So I think it's
a 3-hour 20 minutes movie, but we didn't feel like bored or somewhere, right? It is somewhere like where we are not able to relate, like, okay, I am saying, like, I don't have much knowledge about what happened in a politics area, right? So that part I was bit bored, but it is okay to know, okay, what is the next step, what happened in the atomic research, where they are at. So that part is captive, very captive, and I like that scene. So
yeah, and I somehow I was very apprehensive. 3 hour plus movie, I don't know, and that to Christopher Nolan's movie. It will mess up your head. Maybe you'll have to Google in mid of the movie and all that.
I did it. I did it when they did that political discussion happened, and I did it that time because I was not aware of that many things happened. Okay.
So, but this is one of those movies of Christopher Nolan where I liked it. He's stuck to most of the story, biography of actual events that has happened.
Yeah.
He still tries to mess up with you with the timeline, with the non-linear timeline. But the direction is great, the screenplay is great, the dialogues are great, acting is of everyone is great. So
up to the mark.
Yeah. So I think it's a great watch.
Yeah.
Only thing is you have to bear with it, you have to be really attentive, and you have to see the chronology of events, what happens after that, what happens.
Yeah.
So basically we put the timeline, right? We put the timeline because we wanted to see what happened in the movie, right? So first they see World War II begins.
Correct.
Then they come to know about Germany may be working on a nuclear bomb, atomic bomb. So they start the project of atom bomb. Then Germany, Hitler Hitler dies.
Didn't surrender.
Germany surrenders. Still they do not stop the atom bomb. Still they go ahead. And
thinking that Japan may be no, nothing like that.
Japan didn't stop. They wanted to stop the war. So they went ahead with the atom bomb.
Okay.
And then the point is, okay, they drop atom bomb, and not only one, they even dropped the second bomb after 3 days. So those are the chronology of events, and after that, when Oppenheimer realizes, his downfall starts because of the Cold War era, because people's perception is also changed. His perception is because of the bomb, people's perception is because of the Cold War. So those are opposing perceptions. That is why we put that timeline there, just to see how it basically affected him. But in short, great movie, really interesting, and I think it's a must watch.
Correct.
It is
must watch. Yeah. Definitely, it's
so yeah. I think we had a good discussion, good movie. So let us know. Thank you for hanging out with us. Let us know if you watched the movie. What are your views? What are your thoughts? And
see you next time.
See you next time. Yeah. Have a great time.
Bye bye.
Bye. Namaskar.